to adventure number 6, Starless Night, here in the Legend of Drizzt adventure board game. So this is a team adventure where Drizzt and Catti-Brie form one team and Artemis Entreri is on the other team by himself. So two teams, but they're working together. Basically you just have the start tile, you have the drow glyph tile, which is mixed in with 3 others, then placed behind the 8th tile. So again, it's somewhere between 9 and 12 that you find it. And then you use this narrow passage. They're trying to escape from the drow underworld. Basically they each get a treasure card, so let's do Artemis. He gets the spider mask, which will let him get rid of a immobilized condition. Catti-Brie gets a heavy cloak. When used when your hero is targeted by an attack that targets more than one hero and it misses. That's a good one. And then Drizzt gets a flask of oil again. It seems like maybe he should use it and then he won't get it again. Drizzt and Catti-Brie get 2 healing surges. Artemis gets none. And then once we get to the drow glyph, we place the surface hollow and we try to escape. Both teams can lose, both teams can win, one team can win, one team can lose. It's a little interesting playing with one player to do this, but I'm going to do it just like they have in here. So at the start of the adventure, the story goes, having just escaped from Menzoberranzan, Drizzt and Catti-Brie are forced to make an uncomfortable alliance. Followed by drow parties and other forces, they join forces with Artemis Entreri, the assassin who has plagued them for years. They must work together to reach the surface, but how can this assassin be trusted? For starting, instead of just pick in 1 through 10 will be Artemis starting, 11 through 20 will be Catti-Brie or Drizzt starting. Alright, so Artemis gets to go first. He has 15 armor class, he has 8 hit points. He's carrying his vampiric dagger, which allows him just to attack something, but he regains a hit point if he takes a hit point from them. His saber of wounding, which he can attack one person, and if he rolls an 18 or higher, he does an extra damage. He has Cloak of the Bat, which he can use during his hero phase, and he can move up to his or her movement speed through squares that are occupied by monsters, but then he has to flip it over. He has the Executioner's Blade, which just allows him to attack one adjacent monster, at will, and then he flips it over. So he will start, and I think what he will do is he's just going to move 1, 2 right here and explore. Alright, no encounter, but he does draw a monster. Let's see what he gets. A water elemental. No encounter card, we're going into the villain phase. There's no villain right now, so the water elemental will, he's going to be able to attack all 3 of them. Because he moves here. Oh, wait a minute. If he is adjacent to a hero, he attacks that hero with a slam. If he is within 1 tile of a hero, he moves to that tile and attacks each hero with a surge wave. So, let's start with Artemis. A 14 does hit, so he loses a hit point. Taking him down to 7. Now let's do Drizzt. 6 plus his 8 is not enough. That's 14, not enough. And now Catti-Brie. Oh, she gets hit for 1, so she is already down to 5. And that is the end of his turn. I noticed the camera was a little wonky, so I adjusted it, and it's now Catti-Brie's turn. So she's going to start by she's going to use her Heartseeker stance. So her attacks deal +1 damage. So she's going to attack the water elemental. 15, she hits it. That's 2 damage. Water elemental is no more. Though that does help Artemis if he decides to double cross him. She gets a treasure. Oh, intimidating strike. Play immediately. Move 1 monster any tile. I mean 1 tile in any direction. Well, no monsters. So she's going to move, and you know what? She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to explore. Oh, and she gets a monster and an encounter. So her monster is the spider swarm. I don't like spider swarms. And then the encounter. So now we're moving into her encounter phase. Place a new monster on the start tile. A hunting drake. That is on the start tile, on the mushroom. And now, in drawing order, the spider swarm moves to the closest hero and attacks each hero on the tile with 1,000,000 venomous fangs. It's an attack +7 and it's poisoned. The damage is a poison marker. So, a 10 plus a 7 hits, so she is now poisoned. Now the drake, he attacks the closest hero, so that would be Artemis. That is an 8, plus an 8 is 16, 15, so he does take a wound. And that is the end of Catti-Brie's turn. So now Drizzt he's going to move to here. He's going to attack the spider swarm. He of course kills it. Well, not of course, but he did well enough to kill him with Twinkle. Gets a treasure. Bracers of the Blinding Strike. Use after an at-will attack power against an adjacent monster. You use your at-will attack power against an adjacent monster. This ability can be used only once per hero phase. Okay, so he can use an at-will attack power, so Icing Death or Twinkle. Uses it after he does one of those, he gets to use against an adjacent. So if he's near 2 monsters, he'll get a second attack, which actually gives him the ability really to do 3 attacks. Okay, and now he'll move again. He'll explore. And nothing but a monster. And he gets a spider swarm. We just got rid of one. It now attacks. So it attacks Drizzt. There is no encounter this time. That is a 12 plus his 7 is 17. So now Drizzt is poisoned. Need to grab another poison marker. So now we have 2 poisoned heroes. And that is the end of that turn. So now Artemis, who is not controlling any monsters right now, gets to move, but he is going to attack first. And he is going to use his vampiric dagger. That is a 10 plus a 6 is a 16. The hunting drake is a 14, so he does kill it. He does 1 damage, so he gets a hit point back. Oh, that's a very powerful little dagger. And that is an at-will power. So now he will move. He's just going to move 1, and he will draw a cavern tile. No encounter, but it does draw a monster. A goblin cutter. There's no encounter card to be had, so the cutter will just attack. He is within a tile of the closest hero. He does a 6 plus 7 is not enough. Alright, so now we're back to Catti-Brie's turn. So she is going to start by attacking the spider swarm. She's going to use her falling hail stance, which gives her a +4. 6, 10, 16 is enough to get that spider swarm. It only has 1 hit point, so it is now done. I did not get a treasure for Artemis. He has the Belt of Storm's Giant Strength. And then, wrong one. Catti-Brie gets Harrowed Experience. Play immediately. This card counts as 1 experience point. Put it in the experience pile and discard this card when the party uses it for experience. So she actually has 2, 3, 4. So at 5 experience you can actually discard an encounter by using it. Or you can save them, and once you have 20 you can go up a level. Alright, so now she will move. She's going to have to move here to explore. No encounter. Let's see what kind of monster she comes across. A Drow Duelist. And if it is within 1 tile of a hero, it moves and attacks twice. And since we have nothing else going on, no villain or anything, he will attack her twice. First attack misses. Second attack does hit for 1 damage. Oh, and she took a hit point of damage for being poisoned. And she rolled high enough to get rid of the poison marker though. And that is the end of her turn. And now that's gone. I gotta remember to pull these things off when I'm done. Now it's Drizzt's turn. So he is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He'll attack. And Drow Duelist only has 1. So he'll use Twinkle, I guess. That's 9. Plus 6 is 15. Not enough. We're not going to chance the encounter. So he's going to move there. And he is going to get a broken door. So time for Drizzt to draw a monster. And he draws a Goblin Cutter. Have no encounter to do, so Goblin Cutter will move and attack. And he rolls a 1, so he fails. And that is the end of Drizzt's turn. Now it goes to Artemis, so he'll attack. He misses the goblin. You know, he's going to move. He's got to keep up with these guys. So he's actually going to move, and he's just going to eat the encounter, I guess. He can move 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to pull, there's no monster, but he'll pull an encounter. Shock Trap. Place the Shock Trap marker on your hero's tile. Trigger the trap during your villain phase. Attack each hero on this trap's tile with a 5+ attack. Alright, so that will be Artemis, misses, Catti-Brie, hits her, 1 damage, because it missed, and she takes 3 damage, which actually takes her already down to having to use her healing surge. Instead of attacking, and it stays on him. So and now he has one goblin cutter who comes 1. All right, now it's Catti-Brie's turn. She is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She will attack this goblin cutter. That is a 9, using plus her 4 is 13. That's enough to kill the cutter. This was the one on Drizz's. She gets a treasure. Fortune, lift the curse, play immediately. This one, well, nope, there is no curses. But she gets to explore, and after all that work, it is a volcanic vent with an encounter. So her encounter, first let's draw her monster. It's a Drider. Drider here. Now her encounter. Fall through the cracks. Remove your hero from play. At the start of your next hero phase, paste them on any square on the start tile. So she just falls out of... While your hero is out of play, you do not draw encounter cards for any reason. Okay, that seems silly because you just come back at the start of your next turn. But I guess, does that mean nobody? I guess nobody draws encounter cards. So she's out of play. Does that end the turn? Or do the monsters under her control get to go? I would think the monsters would get to go, because... So the Drow Duelist will attack Artemis and miss. But he gets to attack twice, and he misses again. Now, Dinin Duerden, if they are within 2 tiles of a hero, it moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks with its sword. So 1 tile, 2 tiles, attacks with his sword, hits for 2 damage, but Twinkle gets rid of 1, and then he loses 1. After the attack, pass the card to the player on the right. So now this card belongs to Drizzt. Okay. And now it's Drizz's turn. He's going to have to attack Dinin with, he's going to start with Icing Death and misses. Now he's going to go with Twinkle and hits, doing 1 damage. And he will then use his Bracers of the Blinding Strike to use an at-will attack. So he'll use Icing Death again. 15, not an 18, so still only does 1 more damage. And now he can do his final act, which is a move. So, and he will explore a tile, and he gets the encounter anyway. And he draws another monster, a Drow Wizard. The Drow Wizard teleports to the tile with the most heroes, then attacks each hero with a blast of fire. Okay, well, there's only 1 hero. So 1 through 10 will be Artemis, and 11 through 20 will be Drizzt. Alright, so he teleports here, and then he attacks with his blast of flame, but he's not first. Dinin goes first. Who is he closer to? He is closer to Artemis, so he's going to move to Artemis. And he will attack. 5, he misses. Now the Drow Wizard attacks. That is an 18. That hits for 2 damage. But the Assassin's Dagger is going to come out shortly. Did I pull the encounter card? I don't think I did. Alright, so the encounter was place a new monster on your hero's tile, and then place your hero on any square of the start tile. So a new monster, man, is a Hunting Drake. He goes to the start tile. You know, we're just going to go here. And the Hunting Drake would move 1 this way. Alright, and now, I forgot. Dinin now comes over to Artemis's control. And now it's Artemis's turn. First thing he's going to do is attack with his vampiric dagger. 13, 19, so that is enough to kill our Drider here. Gives him a treasure, a cure potion used during your hero phase, but he also gets to heal a wound because of his vampiric dagger. Sorry, another phone call. So now he's going to move, and he's going to move towards the start tile because there's safety in numbers, and he has no way to get to anywhere to explore anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which means he's got an exploration tile, encounter, curse, the mark of wealth. So he takes a damage. And then this one goblin cutter will move and attack him. And misses. And that is the end of his turn, and I forgot Drizzt got rid of his poison because he rolled high enough. And now it is Catti-Brie's turn, so she can start anywhere on the start tile. She's going to start here. And so she will attack this goblin, and she kills it. And that was the one Artemis's goblin. She gets treasure. Sudden Hope. Play immediately. Discard 1 encounter card of your choice in play. I guess we will get rid of this Mark of Wealth because it's the only one in play anymore. And she will explore. How many tiles do we have out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're already into the 9th. Here's 10. Oh, and it's an encounter. And so she'll draw her monster. A Hunting Drake. Draw an encounter. Spell Web. Attack each hero on your hero's tile. So that is just her. And she is immobilized. She just cannot catch a break, can she? So she will not be able to move her next turn. And now the Hunting Drake will attack her That is the only one under her control that I see. Oh, nope, and the Drow Duelist. So Drow Duelist actually goes first. He comes... How far can he go? He goes one tile this way. Now it will attack. So she takes another damage. She may not make it. And that is her turn. So now it's Drizzt's turn. He is actually going to move to here. He is going to attack the Drake. He misses, so he'll use his other attack to attack, and he kills it. Or he's using his bracers. Well, it doesn't matter because he doesn't have a move now, or there's nowhere to go. Potion of Healing. Your hero or one adjacent hero regains 2 hit points. So, you know what he's gonna... Ooh. Okay, it's just gonna have to be next turn. Oh, she can't move. Well, we'll deal with that next turn. So he's gonna explore. It is the Drow Glyph. Drake is gone. When you reveal the Drow Glyph tile, read, "Freedom lies just ahead, but will Artemis and Terry turn on his allies before they can escape?" So when the Drow Glyph is explored, place the surface hollow tile next to the closest unexplored edge of the Drow Glyph tile, and then each player draws a monster card and places the monster figure on any square of either Drow Glyph or surface hollow tile. And then you have to get out of there. So the closest unexplored edge is here. Okay, let's get these out of the way. So they have to get to here. Now each person draws a monster, so Artemis gets a feral troll. Okay. Let's move him here, put them back there. Catti-Brie gets a water elemental. She's going to put that here. And Drizzt gets a stalagmite. Do not place a monster. That is good. Okay. It is off to the races now. Now the ones controlled by Drizzt are the Duelist. So he's going to go one, and he will attack Artemis twice. A miss and a hit for 2 damage, and the miss does 1, so that's 3 damage. Ooh, Artemis may lose here soon. And then the other one is the Drow Wizard. Where is he? He teleports to the tile with the most heroes, so that would be this one, and he then attacks. So he'll attack Catti-Brie and miss. He'll attack Drizzt. That's 19 that hits, so he loses his stance and loses 1 more damage. Oh, and a miss causes 1 damage, so Catti-Brie loses a hit point. Alright, and that is Drizzt's turn. Okay, so Artemis is going to start by attacking. So you want to attack the duelist or the... He wants to regain his hit. Well, the duelist is... The duelist attacks twice, so he's going to attack the duelist. He kills the duelist, regains a hit point. He's going to use his cure potion to regain another hit point. And then he is going to, I guess he will move to here. Now he's going to move here. Well, yeah, he'll move here. He doesn't want to be on the same tile with everybody else. Well, actually, yes, he does, because he doesn't want to be alone. Well, no matter what, he's going to have to... Yeah, he's going to stay on that tile with everybody else. And then the feral troll will now activate. And I'm assuming monsters can move through other monsters. He should be able to go through this water elemental. If he is within one, he is not within a tile over here, otherwise he regains all his lost hit points and moves one tile. So he moves one tile. And that's all he did. Now it becomes Catti-Brie's turn. So she will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off that tile. She will attack. She's going to use her Heartseeker stance to get extra damage. Or try to, on that feral troll. That is a 15, so that is a hit, so she does 2 damage. And I've forgotten how many. The troll has 4 hit points. Okay. Oh, but the feral troll now goes over to her. I forget. So he will act at the end of this. She did not explore anything, so we get an encounter. Attack each hero on your hero's tile, so just her. 15, so she is now poisoned again. And I forgot, she was not. She was immobilized, so she'll use the spider mask. I think that was hers. Because I moved her by accident. If not, Artemis gave it to her. Now she controls the water elemental and the feral troll. The water elemental, well, the troll was done first, so he's going to remove all his hit points and move 1 to the next tile. That was a waste. And that's her turn. So now it's Drizzt's turn. So he will move. He's going to move right there in front of the troll. Now he is going to use Twinkle for the first attack. And he misses, but he still gets to put his stance on it. Now he's going to use Icing Death. 15 he hits, so he does a point of damage. He is going to use his item. He's going to continue to use his Bracers of the Blinding Strike, so he will do another Icing Death attack. That is a 20, so that causes 2 more damage. And he is not going to move, I don't believe, again. So he just gets an encounter. He is cursed and gets a point of damage taken off of him. Oop, that's... So he has just gotten cursed. And now, because the feral troll had moved to him, the feral troll, he attacks with a nasty claw. So he's attacking Drizzt with his nasty claw. That is a 6 plus an 8 is a 14. He misses. So he missed. Good deal. And now, who else does Drizzt control? A hunting drake and a drow wizard. So the drow wizard, well, he'll stay right where he is because everybody's the same. So he will attack. That is a 9 plus 8 is a 17 for 2 damage on Artemis. And the hunting drake, he gets to move 1. And now it's Artemis's turn again. So the first thing he's going to do is attack. Who has a higher? Okay, the wizard is an armor class 16 and the feral troll is a 12. So he's actually going to, he's going to move. He's going to attack the troll. That's a 10 plus 6 is 16, so that is enough to kill the troll. He did a point of damage, so he gets a point back. The troll is gone. The troll flips over. And that is his turn except for an encounter. Curse, mark of all, so he takes a hit point, and so does Drizzt. And now it is Catti-Brie's turn. So she is going to move right here. Well, wait a minute. Yep, she's going to move there. She's going to attack the water elemental using her Heartseeker stance, which does an extra damage if she hits. She hits, so she kills him. Oh, treasure for Enteri, a wand of acid arrows. Treasure for Catti-Brie. She can scrimshaw, she can reroll 1 die. She was poisoned, so she lost a hit point, but she did roll a 14, so her poison comes off. And then she's going to have to draw an encounter. Cave Fisher's Lair. Draw a tile from the bottom of the dungeon stack, place it next to the unexplored edge it is closest to, place a new monster on that tile, and place your hero on that tile and they are immobilized. You do not draw an encounter for the new tile. So, a new tile here. New monster is a goblin cutter. Placed on that tile. Oh man. Okay. No encounter card there, but I guess he gets to move, so he'll move and he'll attack. 15, that's enough. Takes her last hit point. She'll use the last healing surge and get 4 back. But that's at the start of the next turn. She's out right now. So now it's Drizzt's turn. He will move here. Move, he will attack. He kills the cutter, he gets treasure. Another flask of oil, hooray. Then he can move again. But still his hero phase. He'll save that healing. He's going to move to here. And now the drow wizard will move to here. Attacks them both. So attacks Artemis. Hits him and Artemis goes down. Artemis is out. So Artemis loses. Now attacking Drizzt. He loses a hit point. And now the hunting drake will go 1. So there was 1 goblin cutter think did we kill this goblin cutter? Yeah, we did. So this goblin cutter now belongs to, or the duelist is gone. The hunting drake is still around, a goblin cutter is still around. Skipped Artemis. It's now Catti-Brie's turn. She is going to attack the mage with her +1 extra 5. How many hit points does he have? Yeah, 2 hit points. She misses, but she's going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And she is actually going to leave because its next turn is his. So she moved, so the cutter moves. And she's gone. So I guess there was an encounter, but she is left. Mark of Oath, so Drizzt takes another one. Now it's his turn. And he is going to just leave. He's going to end his hero phase here and leave. So Drizzt and Catti-Brie escape and win. Artemis dies. I lost track of one monster there, but it wouldn't have mattered at the end anyway. So that is the end of number 6, adventure number 6. Next up is adventure number 7, Siege of Darkness. Lilith's forces have found Mithra Hall and you have to hold out against their attack. Interesting. So next time we are going to try to withstand the Siege of Darkness.